You and me are bored of regularities, living all the dreams, playing all the games, and getting high enough. They can chase us down, but we will always win. Leading every dance, feeling every touch, and getting high in love. We're invincible. Trust in me. We're invincible. Don't you see? We're invincible.
One of the questions I get a lot from gamers is what are the performance benefits of the Roamer G mechanical gaming switch?
With Roamer G, we worked with our partner to develop a brand new switch that was unlike anything that was already on the market.
Roamer G was designed from the ground up with Japanese manufacturer Omron to provide a true innovative advantage for gamers. The actuation element is much larger and wider to provide a very stable and consistent key press and improved durability and reliability.
Instead of the standard 4mm travel distance, you have a 3mm travel distance, and the actuation happens at 1.5mm instead of 2mm.
Allowing the actuation to be 25% faster. This can give gamers a true performance benefit over traditional designs and can improve your gameplay. In conjunction with a 1 millisecond report rate, this speed translates to significantly increased responsiveness, which is why so many of the top esports pros and leagues have chosen Logitech as their keyboard of choice. For more info, go to logitech.com/gaming. Thanks for watching. We use audio as a huge part of enjoying life in many different ways, not just PC gaming. So when we were designing our new gaming headset, we wanted to think about it from a completely different angle. We looked at the materials, the way that people use their headsets, and we wanted to provide a product that satisfies all the different use cases that gamers have. The G433 satisfies all the requirements of the PC gamer, but also is an incredibly comfortable and lightweight product to take with you anywhere you go. The outside is fabric with a hydrophobic coating, making it stain resistant, but also incredibly comfortable. On the inside, we use a sports mesh material that is breathable and very comfortable as well. The ear pads are swappable, meaning that you can swap out for the included microfiber pad for a slightly different feel. The headset is made of 3 different types of plastic and steel to make sure it's a combination of both rigid, flexible, and long-lasting. Great audio performance starts with the Pro G driver, and what makes the 433 special is that we've tuned the acoustic performance to analog sources. So whether it's your cell phone or a high-end DAC or your PC gaming computer, you're going to get a great experience. We've added acoustic ports to make the low end really rich and warm, and a custom acoustic chamber to make sure the EQ performance is excellent. The detachable boom mic has noise canceling and a micro pop filter to make sure that you have clear communication, whether it's streaming or just chatting with your friends. The G433 is certified by Discord to make sure that you're going to get a high quality communication experience with your gaming friends. The PC gaming cable connects to the headset and allows you to mute and adjust the volume with the control box. It's also uniquely designed to virtually eliminate crosstalk between the microphone and the headset. The PC gaming cable also connects to the USB digital sound card, enabling features like DTS Headphone X 7.1 surround sound, custom EQs, and profiles through Logitech gaming software. The PC cable also connects to a Y splitter that's included, which allows you to connect to any analog source you want. The second cable is the mobile cable, which has a built-in microphone so you don't need the boom mic to communicate while you're on the go, and it also has a button to control modern cell phones. The G433 is not just a brand new headset, it's a brand new category of headset. It's incredibly lightweight and comfortable, and it uses the best technologies that you've come to expect from Logitech G.
Keeping you in the right direction, no matter how your confidence may fall, I'll be here as your foundation. And I say, hey, yo, just let it go, your struggles won't remain. And I say, hey, yo, we're holding hope and wake up yesterday. So hold on to me, hold on to me, hold on to me.
Gave you too much, now I'm swallowed. Now I'm the fool while you're breaking rules. Dangerous path that I follow. Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it bleed for you, cry for you, oh, oh. Let me bleed. As I bleed for you, cry for you, oh, oh. Let me bleed. Let me bleed. Just stay.
fragile, like it was built to break off the handle. How'd we get to this place? We're leaving everything behind for new and exciting feelings, but I won't leave you. Will everything we know be lost and changed for something new? Only time will tell, but I'll be holding you. I'll be holding you. I'll be holding you. I'll be holding you. I'll be holding you.
Standing on the edge of a cliff, realize there must be more to life than this. Reaching for the stars, traveling so far, like a dragonfly. Just grab my hand from heaven sent with me tonight. Trying to find our place in this world. Reaching for the stars, traveling so far, like a dragonfly. Keep your secrets there, hide them everywhere. Just you and I.
until we build our voices up. All reactions to your misconceptions.
Like a broken soul in a wonderland without angels. That is how I feel when the mirror shows me a stranger. Yeah. And I know they're just fragments of a world where your absence all I get to see. Take me back to the planet where you and I are still meant to be. 'Cause I'm incomplete when you ain't by my side, when you don't wake up next to me. Yeah, I'm incomplete. I need you here tonight to cover up these empty sheets. 'Cause I'm incomplete. Yeah, I'm incomplete. Hey, 'cause I'm incomplete. I need you here tonight to cover up these empty sheets. 'Cause I'm incomplete.
worlds intersect, on each one I reflect. These lines write my story, these places change me, each one replacing, like night into morning. I miss the open air, the going anywhere, riding with you, like we used to. Guess I'm better off alone, never know when I'll get home, but I know that home's where the heart is. Guess I'm better off this way, moving to better days, but I know that home's where the heart is. Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. As the leaves start falling down and the shadows above the town, I can finally see you now. I see the fear inside your eyes, I see the pain hidden in your smile. I can finally see you now. Oh, we're radiate all over the world. We used to radiate, yeah, radiate, but now we're drowning. As can't look you in the face. I don't wanna have to lie. I wanted this love to survive. I feel paralyzed. to the peak without no regret. You got no love without no love. You got no regret without no regret. You got no love. A melody where I belong in this life. The final beat up keeps going on, and the melody on my escape, vibration on my soul, it sends me to the peak. Can't we find any light without the music around? There will always be one love on life. You got no regret, without no regret. You got no love. A melody where I belong in this life. In this life.
Shaker.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Crystal Maiden.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the ILG Cup Season 2 Dota 2 Minor happening at Blitz Zone Cafe in Bangalore. This is the grand final, the match we all were waiting for. It is LXG Esports versus Reckoning Esports. This is going to be a cracker of a series, best of 3. This tournament is brought to you by title sponsors LXG, powered by Logitech G, associate sponsors LG and Nvidia, online media partner Sportskeeda, and a cafe partner for this tournament in Bangalore is Blitz Zone. If you guys are somewhere around Blitz Zone, you can go and watch the games live at the cafe, play some games with the players as well after they're done. But let's head on to this series. Game number 1. LXG Esports, they picked the Wraith King and the Crystal Maiden, while Reckoning picked the Enchantress and the Earthshaker. Since Wraith King's third spell has been changed and buffed, Wraith King has become the most picked and most banned hero of all times. We see LXG Esports banning the Pugna, Necrophore, Step Prophet, Ursa Warrior and the Warlock, while Reckoning Esports, they ban the Undying,
5 seconds remaining.
Clockwork, Morphling, Spectre and the Treant Protector. They do pick up the Enchantress and the Earthshaker. A lot of control coming for Reckoning Esports with that Earthshaker fissure. The Enchantress slow, has good jungling potential as well, good offlaner. They also pick up the Winter Vervin, their 5th position support. It's going to be a really interesting lineup how LXG is actually going to try and counter this, because the whole point of it taking the Enchantress is that Wraith King will not be able to attack that quickly onto her. Yes, she is someone who can do a lot of damage because of her impetus, and she takes down carries quite quickly as well, but that depends on the farm she gets in her off lane. LXG Esports, they still have to pick their 4th position support, and they carry. They have Wraith King as their carry, I'm guessing. The offlaner and mid solo. They still LXG Esports can still pick up Kaneki's favorite Templar Assassin. We saw him raining havoc yesterday, 2-0 on that Templar. The second game was literally a whitewash where he went ham on them and literally finished the game in 25 minutes. And right now, Reckoning Esports actually don't have that many heroes that can cause problems for Templar Assassin.
Dire team pick.
They go for the Silencer. They have enough lockdown, LXG Esports, with Wraith King stun, Crystal Maidens, Frost Nova. And Crystal Maiden slow with her ultimate as well. Over that now they have the Silencer. Silencer to stop anyone coming with those spells. Plus her curse in lane, whichever lane she goes to help the carry, that curse is a real pain. The only way you can stop the curse is casting a spell. So if Winter Vervin and Earthshaker do come in the lane to support, Winter Vervin will be able to remove the curse quickly, but the Earthshaker will have to either use his Fissure or second spell. So in the current meta, if you see the kind of picks that people, there's more of a tanky DPS meta where they go for those tanky beefy carries who can take them late game. Keeping that in mind, we see LXG Esports, they ban out the Warlock, they ban out the Ursa Warrior, they ban out the Necrophores and Death Prophet, heroes that are so tanky, while Reckoning Esports ban out the Morphling and Spectre. Again, you can see the pattern of their bans, mostly all tanky heroes. Reckoning Esports go for the tiny pick over here.
Dire team back.
One thing I like about the tiny is that level 25 medallion, I'm saying, where he can use 3 tosses. And that's like crazy. Toss, toss, toss. LXG Esports go for the Phantom Assassin, the Mino Phantom Assassin. So is this a Wraith King? Okay, it could be a 2-1-2 laning where the Phantom Assassin and the Silencer, or the Crystal Maiden and the Phantom Assassin, Wraith King and the Silencer. That makes more sense. Each lane will have 1 stunner, and then they have their mid to pick.
Radiant team back.
Seeing that LXG Esports have 1 hero to ban. Reckoning Esports banned the QOP. Yes, Hell Rocket, this is the first game of the Grand Finals. Welcome everyone to the stream who've just joined in. Good afternoon. Good Sunday with some good Dota games.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I think LXG Esports should ban the Tinker, because Tinker is one hero that can cause a lot of problems. Yes, they have the silencer, but once the silencer's ulti wears off, Tinker, they ban the Ember Spirit and they pick the Storm Spirit for Kaneki. Storm Spirit is someone who can play around with the Tiny, with the Earthshaker and the Enchantress. They have some decent lockdown for the Storm in the form of the Avalanche Toss, Earthshaker Fissure, the Winter Vervin's Winter Curse, so they have good control over the Storm. However, someone who counters Storm very badly is the Silencer, and the Silencer is in the hands of LXG Esports. Let's see what hero Reckoning Esports are going to go for as their mid. Now the question is this Enchantress going to be a jungler, or is this going to be a core Enchantress with an Earthshaker support? Yesterday in the TIs we saw a lot of Earthshakers be playing the third position off lane.
Choose your hero.
And they go for the Weaver. So let me quickly introduce both the teams for you. LXG Esports on the Radiant side, LXG Milky playing the Wraith King, LXG Shady playing the Crystal Maiden, Parasite playing the Silencer, Mino playing the Phantom Assassin, and Kaneki playing the Storm Spirit. Reckoning Esports position 4 only is playing the Enchantress, Safeto playing the Earthshaker, Misery Signals playing the Winter Vervin, ASD playing the Tiny, and DOT playing the Weaver. That Wraith King set looks so cool.
Prepare for battle.
Good luck, have fun. The game is begun. We are seeing the Wraith King going up with the Crystal Maiden on top. So it's a Phantom Assassin with the Silencer. On the opposite end, we see the Enchantress coming with the Earthshaker at the bot lane. At mid, it's the Tiny, and on top, it's the Winter Vervin with the Weaver.
You're a goddamn hero! Боже, как это больно!
So this could be a little problematic for Mino in the bot lane, but he has his daggers to farm, so he's not going to have that much trouble. But the Enchantress and Earthshaker can cause a lot of problems for the Silencer. Now the Enchantress will be forced to take Enchant over here, because she will have to use that to stop the Silencer's curse. We already see Weaver trying to harass Winter Vervin, takes some damage on top. They want to contest the rune over here, and Weaver has already hit 2 shots. The stun, dodging the stun completely now. Shady might be in a world of trouble over here. He should start backing out. They are giving away the rune instead. LXG Shady. They've given away both the runes. LXG has hardly got 1 rune over here. Actually, all 4 runes go in favor of Reckoning Esports, and suddenly things not looking good in the lanes for LXG. So much damage being dished out by position 4 Enchantress. The Fissure comes in to block Parasite, but can't. Yes, Parasite is free. He's going to be forced to use his consumables quickly. Let's check what's happening at mid. It's a Storm Spirit versus Tiny. Now Storm will have quite an easy lane against the Tiny over here. He'll be able to harass the Tiny quite a lot. So the mid lane should go in favor of LXG Esports. Let's look at what's happening at bot. So it's Mino and Parasite. That's the Silencer with the Phantom Assassin. Over here, Enchantress and Earthshaker should have the advantage based on Earthshaker's blocks with the Fissure. And while on the other hand, top also should be a win-win for Reckoning Esports because they have the Weaver, 2 raised heroes against the Crystal Maiden and the Wraith King. But Wraith King would have sustainability because of the Vampiric Aura, but I don't know if he's going to skill that Vampiric Aura pretty soon. But not bad, Tiny keeping up to his farm against the Storm Spirit. How much consumables he has? He has only one more Tango. But Kaneki has a Tango and a Healing Salve. So he is somewhat okay in that lane. Mino being forced to use so much heal in this lane because Enchantress is there harassing him all the time, doing that damage. Earthshaker tried to block with that Fissure but does not. That Fissure range, unfortunately, not able to block him completely. But she does have the blink, so she can still survive that. But she hasn't skilled the blink yet. Let's check on top. The Weaver. That if he had a toss over there, that could have been a dead Storm Spirit. He did have the toss, did not use it though. That too, it was a level 2 toss. Now Milky in a world of trouble. Should be able to get the first blood. No. DOT misses his Sukuchi over there. On the other hand, there's fights happening at bot. Enchantress trying to see if he can land that kill. No. Onto Mino, but Silencer wanted to kill the Earthshaker instead. However, still a stalemate. Looking at Mino, Mino somehow got his farm back up. He is quite pretty okay with his creeps, but Tiny, he's actually giving a Storm the run for his money. I thought this should be an easier lane for Storm. Now that toss should get that kill. The Earthshaker comes in for the support. He does block the Storm Spirit out completely, but they do get that kill, and that secures the lane for Tiny as well. Tiny hits level 5 and Wraith King also falls on top, so things not going good for LXG Esports, and Reckoning having a very good start to this early phase of the game. Kaneki finally hits level 4 over here. Enchantress trying to make his way onto Mino. Earthshaker Fissure required for the block. He does hit that, but he should die over here. Beautiful stun by Earthshaker. The enchant totem followed up by the hit secures the kill on Mino. And things really not looking good on either lane. LXG Esports losing all 3 lanes. However, it's just 4 minutes into the game. The harass that's coming in by the Enchantress is massive onto Mino. Mino's being forced to use so many consumables over there. Now Wraith King still at level 3. Has to be a little careful because Weaver can really cause lots of trouble for him. And if Weaver, let me see, Weaver's taking the first spell. Yes, she has level 1 Swarm. 2 levels of Sokichi, 1 level of Gem Knight attack. Oh, Mino should really be careful what he does. The Storm Spirit goes to the neutrals, gets a bottle over here. But you see the rotation coming in from Earthshaker, and this could be crucial to get another kill onto that Storm Spirit. He just requires to land an Ava toss with that Fissure connecting at the right time. The toss is also there, and the Fissure lands. That's another secured kill onto the Storm. Reckoning Esports on the top of their game. They know this is the finals. 50,000 on the line. First place gets 50,000. Second place gets 25,000. Some beautiful rotations coming in from Zafeto, who's playing the Earthshaker. Right now, we haven't seen much rotations coming in by Team LXG Esports. Storm finally hitting level 6, but again another rotation by the Earthshaker. But Earthshaker now realizes that Storm is level 6 and he will be able to evade that. But I'm sure he has spotted the Earthshaker over here, pinging it on the map. Some friendly banter happening, asking how many last hits Mino. The Minos. The Wraith King again getting taken down on top, but even the Storm falls at mid. I did not catch that how, but it looks like the Earthshaker played a major role again over there. And Parasite might fall over here, but Vivan in real bad position over here. The stun also comes in by Milky, but Milky did not land that one shot. He now gets the kill, which is shared with Parasite as well. Reckoning Esports doing a beautiful job in the beginning of this game. 7 minutes in, 4k net worth lead. Wraith King having a really tough time in this lane. And I don't know how is he even going to deal with killing the Weaver. Weaver might take him down again over here. They are tower diving onto him. And this could be the fall. The stun coming in by Milky. Milky might just take a fall over here. They need to land one more shot onto him. But they get a return kill onto the Weaver instead. And the Storm Spirit forced to use his mana. Look at the 2 level difference between the mid laners. ASD, the Tiny, sitting at level 8, and you can see how his supports are securing this mid for him. That rotation coming in by Earthshaker always has helped Tiny so much in securing this lane. Quite close to getting his Blink Dagger. All the Team Reckoning fans watching this game must be feeling proud of the team as how they are performing right now. You can see the Tiny with the avatars onto the Crystal Maiden. Kill secured at the haste rune. They should be able to secure the tier 1 bot tower as well. Tiny getting the tower. They do get their first objective, tier 1 bot tower. 5k net worth lead for Reckoning, in cruise control right now. The stun onto the Weaver. Weaver taking so much damage in that combo with Last Word, but the Winter Vermin is there to heal him up. So he's really not going to be that much of a problem. But the curse is still on him, so forced to use the time lapse. Let's see the Tiny. How far is he from his Blink Dagger? Yes, Calm Kiddo. After this, I will be streaming some CS:GO. Once this finals is over. Let's check what's happening on board. Shady still at level 4, 10 minutes in this game. The supports are really thrived for levels. Let's check what's happening with Wraith King on top. Wraith King, has he progressed? Yes, he finally got his threads. See these beautiful aggressive wards. I mean, if you look at this, these 3 wards beautifully giving Reckoning Esports so much of advantage. I missed out a kill on the silence over there, but I'm sure it was the Avatar's combo. Storm Spirit trying to make his way onto that Earthshaker, but Earthshaker with that fissure should be able to survive, but the silencer is there, so they do get that kill secured. Storm taking so much damage over there. Luckily that shot missed. He's making his way onto that silencer, and silencer does not know what to do. He should take a fall. Crystal Maiden also, one shot, should die. So that's an Earthshaker for a Crystal Maiden and a silencer. 10-3, Reckoning Esports. This is their reckoning. It was a beautiful draft by Reckoning Esports, because looking at LXG Esports, they are making their way onto the Enchanters over here, but Enchanters should be able to survive because the Winter Woman is there with the curse. She has a heal as well, but the Crystal Maiden comes from behind and secures that kill with the Crystal Nova. They should know the Winter Woman is surviving and running from here. Wow. Let's check the progression. Earthshaker also pretty close to his blink. The Weaver is going for the Maelstrom first. In such a game, I do think the Weaver does require Linkins or BKB. It goes with the Cryptic Swarm. They get 1 life of the Wraith King down, but now Wraith King is completely blocked over there. This should be the kill on the Wraith King though. Enchantress using that heal, but that slow by her. Wraith King will not be able to land a shot. You can see how slow he's hitting. He's not able to move his sword, and that's so hilarious. But Tiny comes from behind with the avalanche and the toss. Storm Spirit zipping and zapping does not get the kill on Enchantress yet. There's fights happening everywhere. The return kill onto the Tiny, and Wraith King still trying so hard to kill this Enchantress. And Mino jumps in finally, but the Echo Slam by the Earthshaker and the Fissure. They should be able to get the kill on Mino and Wraith King as well, but Parasite is there at the back with Ralai to help them kill off the Earthshaker. Beautifully positioned freezing field by the Crystal Maiden. And all of a sudden, the advantage that Reckoning Esports had has dropped down to 3k. See the Storm. Let's check the Tiny. Tiny has his Blink Dagger now, so he can get those confirmed kills on the Crystal Maiden and Silencer with that surprise attack. Earthshaker, still another 800 gold more for his Blink Dagger. The supports of LXG Esports are deprived of money so badly they are not able to ward. The only wards I see is this one blue ward here for LXG. They do not have any vision on the map. The 2 wards they have are quite defensive wards when I say.
is under attack.
So Reckoning has a lot of map control towards the bot.
This'll come in handy.
That's why you see LXG is not making their way towards the bot lane, because they know they have lost a lot of control, map control over there. So now they are moving towards getting objectives off the top lane. Let's see what Mino has completed. He is going for the MOM. Okay. Against Earthshaker Tiny, MOM.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Reckoning Esports should get this tier 2 tower easily. They do get that. And the Avatars securing more farm for the Tiny. Now they are wanting to go and contest the top lane, but they don't have enough time. LXG Esports just going to back off. They will try the tier 2 at mid instead, trying to get some control over the map. Let's see what the Winter Vervin's getting, trying to get his mana boots. Storm Spirit finishes his Kaya, going for the Orchid of Malevolence. The PA still not made that much impact in the game. They are leading in creeps, however, but still the impact. We're still waiting to see the impact of this PA in this game. Let's check the kills. It's 5 for 1 for the Tiny. Then comes the Crystal Maiden 4-2. Reckoning Esports smoke up at mid. They are pinging to go upslope. The Weaver leading the chart over here. Smoke hasn't worn off yet, so they should. Now it's worn off, so they should know someone is around. But beautiful positioning by Shady. A beautiful fissure as well coming in from Zafeto. This stops the TP, and that's a kill on the Crystal Maiden. They are going for the tier 1 top tower. With this they will have all tier 1 towers.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That is where quite the net worth lead is for Reckoning Esports.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Now they are wanting to make way to the bottom tier. LXG wants to make way to the bottom tier 1 tower.
Radiant's top
They should be able to come and defend this. TP is happening quickly at mid and at bot. You can see how much damage, 37 damage per spawn. The Enchantress is not opted for the Agnum Scepter yet. She's gone for the Dragon Lance, and if I'm not mistaken, he's going for the Maelstrom. Mino finally gets his MOM. He requires that BKB very badly if he needs to fight the Tiny, because he cannot jump onto Tiny without the BKB, because that threat of Avalanche Toss is always there. And the Tiny, having the Echo Saber, is going to build into the Shadow Blade with the upgrade. Silver Edge for the break on PA. Reckoning Esports smoking up, wanting to take a fight. They would clash. Both the teams are smoked up, and I'm sure they would clash. No, they're wrapping around each other. Storm Spirit, he zips in, wants to get the Earthshaker. The Earthshaker gets silenced and stunned, and from behind there is a wraparound. 4 people from behind. The Enchantress doing so much damage. The silence being used, but Mino needs to take this Enchantress down when the silence is up. But no, the follow-up is there. The Tiny takes the Crystal Maiden down. The Earthshaker comes with a buyback, and that is a fight well done for Team Reckoning. But the goal change is in favor of LXG Esports. Maybe because of the level difference. Tiny pretty close to his Shadow Blade.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Beautiful blink dodge coming in by the Tiny, and they are counter attacked on the Wraith King. Wraith King going to take a fall. A beautiful echo slam by the Earthshaker onto the Storm, but now the Winter's Curse as well. Earthshaker falls, Winter Vermin falls. Now it's a 3v5. Mino is trying to fall back. So much damage by the Impetus. Tiny will take a fall over here. 3 people down. And now it's only a 1k net worth lead. All of a sudden, things not looking that great for Reckoning Esports. They start the gank pretty well, but midway and at the end, LXG Esports coming out on top.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Mino 1350 away from his BKB. That would be a very crucial item, especially to fight against this Enchantress, who is causing him the most damage. They are jumping on the Enchantress, but they know the stun, follow-up stun also comes in, but they know it's not going to be that easy to take the Enchantress down because of that slow. But the Frost Nova and the Freezing Field is there. The Frostbite and the Crystal Nova, sorry. So now it's less than a 1k net worth lead. Let's check the net worth chart. Tiny still leading. Not far behind is the PA and the Storm, followed by the Weaver. So pretty much neck and neck this game. Let's check the net worth chart and the EXP chart. Pretty much neck and neck. Not that much difference. Weaver, let's see her item progression. She's going for the BKB as well. Earthshaker requires a 4-star pretty soon. Now this is where the problem is starting to come, because the Wraith King is slowly but surely farming up, and late game he can cause a lot of problems, especially with that third spell. They're able to push towers quickly. Kaneki pretty close to his Orchid as well. Storm didn't have that great of a time in this game. Otherwise by now he should have had his Bloodstone first. But he does require the BKB as well. So I don't know what his next item choice is going to be. Definitely a BKB should be on the charts for the Storm. Weaver also pretty close to a BKB. They should smoke up sometime soon and try getting this Wraith King. Is going to get caught out over here. He needs to blink out quickly before he gets into trouble. That Tiny was a bit slow. Really needed that initiation little quickly, because the Wraith King was alone over there, and if they would have got that kill, that could have been massive for Reckoning right now. That could have helped them even secure Roshan at this point. This could be the Reckoning. His teams is there to follow up. They are making their way onto the Tiny, and Wraith King should not die before even doing some damage. Now his team is here. Mino is there with the backup. The silence being used by the silencer, and they are making their way onto the Tiny. Tiny should die pretty soon, but the enchant is that crit. The beautiful curse coming in by Winter Vermin. Now they're jumping onto the Winter Vermin, and all of a sudden the Echo Slam, however not doing that much damage because the Freezing Field is there with the Crystal Maiden. 4 kills secured for Team LXG. Only the Silencer dying, and all of a sudden things have turned topsy-turvy. Reckoning Esports were doing so well at the beginning of this game, but The coordination coming in by Team LXG. Milky taking that fight as his team was there behind, and Mino, my man with the BKB and the MOM, went ham on that Enchantress. Pretty interesting game.
This should make my life easier.
Crystal Maiden, some beautiful freezing fields, beautiful ultimates. The Earthshaker landed a 3-man echo, but unfortunately could not do much damage as his teammates were there to save him.
Dire are scanning.
Okay, just give me a sec if it's too loud. I'm so sorry. And there is a fight happening over here, and Kaneki at a mega kill. Let's see, the Storm Spirit completed his orchid. The MKB being built by the Enchantress, knowing that the PA is causing a lot of problems to his team. Beautiful Ghost Scepter, but he still has to worry about the Storm Spirit and the Crystal Maiden, even though that Ghost Scepter is there. Yes, it can save him from the Wraith King and the PA, but what about the Crystal Maiden and the Storm Spirit? Till now, none of the teams have attempted Roche over here. Now the pings are coming to check if the teams are towards Roche. There is a curse somewhere. The smoke coming in by Team Reckoning. They are wanting to scout and see if anyone has gone towards the Roche pit. They're making their way on to Milky. Milky is caught out off guard. He really needs to retrieve over here, but the Silence is always there to help him out. Storm Spirit zipping in. They go with the stun. Winter, with the Silence also being used, they now need to make their way onto the Tiny because they've used the ultimate. And Silence's ultimate is going to be on cooldown. Storm Spirit goes straight for the Earthshaker. So much damage being dealt out. Earthshaker takes a fall. Mino with that crit onto the Enchantress uses his BKB and doesn't care much. 3 people down for Team Reckoning. The BKB is also up for the Wraith King, and this is where Team LXG shines at pushing.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
They are now going to the Roche pit. Realize that the Earthshaker and Enchantress are still down for 15 seconds. Should be quite a quick Roche. Storm takes the Aegis. PA has the BKB, so she doesn't really require the Aegis right now. Storm really needs to build into that BKB pretty soon. The Weaver. Weaver's also building an MKB. The Enchantress pretty close to her MKB. Wraith King gets the gem. Kaneki on a wicked 6 spree gets a kill on the Earthshaker. Solo kill with that Orchid. But there is a fight happening at the Avalanche toss on to the Crystal Maiden. Does survive over here. She is. I mean, they went on a Crystal Maiden 2v1. Crystal Maiden survives that Ava toss. turns around and the entire team is there to wipe out the Shaker, the Enchantress and the Tiny.
Stupendous.
11k net worth lead all of a sudden for Team LXG, and now Reckoning Esports need to start digging deep and start thinking before they take their fights, because they did not have much vision over here. They went into a support fight and eventually things didn't turn out good because LXG had 4 man over here, and Kaneki going for those solo pickoffs goes on to the Winter Vermin on top while his team takes the bot tier 2 tower. They are wanting to push high ground. They can definitely go for high ground here. Fissure being used. Enchantress is trying to position herself a little carefully, but the tier 3 tower is going to take a fall pretty soon. Storm Spirit clearing creep waves as well. The BKB is being used. Mino is already gone in and takes down the Enchantress in one crit. The freezing field being used by the Crystal Maiden, but no one over there though. BKB is there for the Weaver, and Mino just requires to land 1-2 shots on the Weaver. The curse being used, Dust as well. The curse, Winter's Curse finally being used onto the Storm Spirit. Earthshaker, Echo, Slam, Fissure, 2 people down, but both of them are going to reincarnate because one has the Aegis and one has the reincarnation spell. 4 people down for Reckoning. This should be the game. And GG is called. Reckoning tap out. They did have a beautiful early game. Unfortunately, things didn't turn out mid. Beautiful comeback by Team LXG. And they win the first game of this Grand Finals best of 3. We shall be back shortly with the second game within 15 minutes. Don't go away, stay tuned.
Regularities, living all the dreams, playing all the games, and getting high on love. They can chase us down, but we will always win. Leading every dance, feeling every touch, and getting high in love. We're invincible. Trust in me. We're invincible. Don't you see? We're invincible. Confidence may fall. I'll be here as your foundation. And I say, hey, yo, just let it go. Your struggles won't remain. And I say, hey, yo, we're holding hope and wake up yesterday. So hold on to
Gave you too much, now I'm swallowed. Now I'm the fool while you're breaking rules. Dangerous path that I follow. Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it hurts as I bleed for you.
fragile, like it was built to break off the handle. How'd we get to this place? We're leaving everything behind for new and exciting feelings, but I won't leave you. Will everything we know be lost and changed for something new? Only time will tell, but I'll be holding you. I'll be holding you.
For the stars, traveling so far, like a dragonfly. Just grab my hand from heaven sent with me tonight. Trying to find our place in this world, reaching for the stars, traveling so far. Like a dragonfly, keep our secrets there, hide them everywhere. Just you and I.
Said we let it go, but we settled for the last. Couldn't let you want it though. Who am I to let you down? No, who am I to let you down?
Dire team pick.
Crystal Maiden.
Radiant team pick.
Wind Ranger at your service.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team back. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Radiant team pick.
Warrior.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Vengeful spirit. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Mirana.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the ILG Cup Season 2 Dota 2 Minor. This is the Grand Finals, game number 2. Game number 1, LXG Esports won that.
10 seconds.
It was quite a close battle, but LXG finally at the end of the game turned things around
remaining.
taking the first game. This tournament is brought to you by title sponsors LXG powered by Logitech G, associate sponsors LG and Nvidia, and the cafe partner at Bangalore for this minor is Blitz Zone. Online media partner Sportskeeda. We are into the draft of the second game, and if LXG Sports win this game, they win the Blitz minor. A lot of money on the line. First place takes 50,000 rupees, second place takes 25,000 rupees. Let's look at the draft. So for Reckoning Esports, they picked the Silencer Tiny, Vengeful Spirit and the Temper Assassin. So LXG Esports, on the other hand, take the Crystal Maiden, Wind Ranger, Ursa and Mirana. Both the teams have really good picks. Right now I don't see what LXG Esports really have to break through the Templar Assassin. Like her Refract, they really need someone like a Viper, Venomancer, something to break that Templar Assassin's Refract quickly so that they can take her down. Looking at the bans, Reckoning Esports, they banned the Undying, Wraith King, Treant Protector, Morphling, Spectre and the Viper. That was one they were really scared of. While LXG Esports ban out the Pugna, Necrophos, Death Prophet, Weaver, Storm Spirit and the Phantom Lancer. Mostly they took heroes who can counter that Ursa warrior very easily.
10 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
And the Gyrocopter, I really like how Reckoning Esports have drafted this game. But LXG, they go for the Huskar surprise pick. It's going to be so interesting to watch a Huskar game, that too in the grand final, second game. A game that LXG Esports needs to get confirmed first position at the Blitz Zone minor. Let me quickly introduce both the teams for you. On the Radiant side, we have Reckoning Esports, Misery Signals playing the Silencer, Zafeto playing the Vengeful Spirit, Position 4 only playing the Tiny, ASD playing the Templar Assassin, and Dot playing the Gyrocopter. While for LXG Esports, Shady playing the Crystal Maiden, Parasite playing the Wind Ranger, Mino playing the Ursa, Milky playing the Mirana, and Kaneki playing the Huskar. This is going to be a very interesting game. Looking at the draft, I really like Reckoning Esports draft, but that Huskar mix in by LXG Esports is very exciting, and I don't know how this game is going to pan out. I really want us to go into a game 3, so some beautiful Dota on a Sunday, getting to cast and watch the top tier team of India battling each other out on LAN in Bangalore. What more do you want?
Prepare for battle.
I can't believe what we're seeing! What just happened?
Looking at the lanes, we see they're going for an aggressive tri-lane with the Mirana, Wind Ranger, but now I see the Crystal Maiden going on top instead to help the Ursa Warrior. That is something that is required because Ursa Warrior needs to be babysitted to get those early kills. Yes, Abhishek, this is on LAN. They are playing each other on LAN in Bangalore. If you want to look at the schedule, you can check this schedule on the ILG website. There are a lot of games that are there. Every week we have ILG tournaments. Next week is going to be even more exciting because it is PUBG. PUBG on LAN, different cafes around India playing each other. It's going to be 6 maps in total next week, 2 days, a Saturday, Sunday, lots of action. Stay tuned. Whoever wants to register, go quickly on the website and register for whichever city you're in. I'm really excited to watch the PUBG tournament as well. After this, I'll be casting the CSGO ARG Asylum tourney, if I'm not mistaken. So you can still continue watching the stream. We will be just moving to CSGO after this grand finals.
Боже, как это больно!
Aggressive words on both the sides.
Это ненормально, это нечестно!
30 seconds to battle.
Warrior fighting it out. He's trying to position the toss. You can clearly see Tiny, he's wanting to toss Mino straight towards Gyrocopter. I'm sure Mino is not going to fall for that.
The battle begins.
So they are all going to get two runes each. Stalemate over there. At mid is the Huskar Kaneki. It's going to be a very interesting matchup to watch at mid against the Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter should have the upper hand over here, but he can die as well quickly through the Huskar. They are wanting to keep Huskar out of bay already. Silencer babysitting the Gyrocopter for some time at mid. Templar Assassin is not going mid but has gone bot instead. A more favorable lineup, a more favorable matchup over there. And you see the Crystal Maiden now coming in for support. Shady taking a lot of damage because of that curse. So on top basically it's Mino Ursa versus the Tiny. Tiny is going to have quite a tough time over here. He will have to keep spamming the avalanche toss. Rocket barrage. Level 1 flake cannon. So both the lanes going quite okay for both the teams, not much of a difference. Things happening as usual. Huskar and Gyro neck and neck in the creep stats, but that silence occurs, really causing a lot of problems for that Huskar. He does want to make his way onto the silencer, but Huskar taking a lot of damage. He is going to go get that regen rune, which is secured by Parasite for his teammate. Silencer using so much of his mana. The only thing he left is a mango. After that he will be forced to leave the lane. Some initiation happening at bot. They are making their way onto the Mirana. Mirana leaping out over here. But Wind Ranger with the Wind Run. The stun hitting the Templar Assassin instead. They were aiming for the Vengeful, but the Templar Assassin got the hit. They're all so low on health. Power shot being used, but to no avail. The stun on Mirana. Mirana might fall here. Misses the arrow, but gets first blood with the help of Parasite. Wind Ranger with the Wind Run. They're able to take down that. And a double kill for Parasite. Templar Assassin really didn't need to take that fight. He knew he lost his refract charges. This should be an easy kill for Kaneki at mid. All Crystal Maiden requires is that levels in Frostbite. And that's a kill, solo kill by Mino on Tiny as well. So the lane's really not looking that great for Reckoning Esports. LXG Esports has won all 3 lanes hands down. Yes, Mayat, this is Indian Dota 2. A LAN tournament. but two of the top tier Indian teams battling it out with each other in the grand finals. With the stun onto the Huskar. Huskar is going to fall back. Does not want to take that risk against the silencer as well. 3 people at mid already. Huskar forced to use the salve over there. The curse being used by the silencer. Coupled up with the rocket. Now there should be another kill onto the Vengeful. That's an easy double kill. All Shady has to do is a frostbite onto one of the heroes over there, and Kaneki can secure kills like that.
What have we here?
Let's look at bot, what's happening against the Templar Assassin Mirana. Doing an okay job, not that far behind in creep stats as well. That shackle, beautiful shackle. They tried to secure that kill, but no. Mirana can try an arrow maybe from somewhere far. Finally the rotations by Vengeful Spirit onto the Ursa Warrior, who's at level 6. Needs to really be careful right now. Has he skilled his ultimate? Yes, he has. But the avalanche and that stun is there available. Toss back. Mino really getting manhandled around. Parasite tried that shackle to land onto that Templar Assassin, but unfortunately did not. But Mirana can be in a real world of trouble over here. Really didn't require to use that until he was secured that his Starfall would land. The rocket is going to hit on the Wind Ranger, but it's just a level 1 rocket, so the Ursa Warrior needs to fall back now, otherwise he's going to be in a lot of pain over here. The stun not in range and it's forced back to base. Beautiful shackle again, and this time the refract is gone, but they don't have enough mana for the double Starfall. Still 4 seconds on cooldown. Get the Starfall in, but they do not want to dive this. Power shot being used. ASD playing around with their feelings. One more shackle by Para, and the stun completely missing out over here. That is so unfortunate. Does he have mana for the Starfall? They do spot him out now over here, but he has the refract. Refract already breaks. The Starfall does not land, but still they get the kill.
They should have run while they had their chance.
And Mino finally taking a fall with the Crystal Maiden.
Tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Let's see how the Huskar is faring. Quite well in creep stats. He should go for the armlet pretty soon. Very close to his armlet getting complete over here. He also needs the BKB as well, because they have so many stuns and lockdowns by the Radiant side that BKB is really going to...
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
A gift from the goddess.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
What have we
Dire's
here?
bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The curse being used on Mirana. Mirana taking so much damage, but is going to survive this. Going to fall at back. Huskar trying to do some damage on that mid lane, hasn't been able to do much, put much pressure on that tower. There is a rotation coming in at bot.
Dire's structures are fortified.
They use... There's a blue ward over there and Mirana should really be careful. Let's get the double leap. Wind Ranger gets swapped over there. Is the stun going to come? No, the stun does not come by. Vengeful Spirit does not have the mana for that stun. But Ralai is going to go on to the silencer. And the counter gank is ready. They get the kill. On the other hand, Parasite went too deep in. Stun was there with the rocket barrage securing that kill. The ultimate being used, and I don't know why did he stay for so long over there, knowing that the gyrocopter is nearby. He really didn't have to stay.
Radiant's middle tower is under
That was
attack.
free kills given to the gyrocopter. The game is pretty even, neck on neck. Late game, I would favor the Radiant side over here. But really, Huskar has the armament. He needs to start showing his presence over here. Needs the BKB so that he can start getting those pickoffs on the Radiant side. But without the BKB, he can't fight into the Gyro Rocket Barrage. Stunned by Vengeful Spirit. Silenced by Silencer, Tiny Avatar. So much lockdown for the Radiant side. The unpause is going to come in pretty soon. Let's see how far Mino has progressed in terms of items. He's going for the MOM, or is that just a casual
Radiant's top tower
morbid
is
mask?
under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So what are you opting for? That blink? Kaneki understanding requires the BKB so badly. We can see some beautiful stacks happening for Reckoning Esports for the Templar Assassin to come back. The Gyrocopter also cleaning these creepers with the stacks. Let's check the net worth over here. Huskar and a Saboria quite on top, followed by the Gyrocopter not far behind.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Mino 1k away from that blink dagger, but it's still not secure even if he gets the blink dagger.
Radiant are scared.
Really needs to get that BKB as well.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
You can see the dance of the Wind Ranger.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's top tower.
So some objectives being cleared for LXG. Get the tier 2 tower as well, and they are starting to pressurize the top tower. Kariki quickly falling back, but they know now that Gyrocopter has used his ultimate. 50 seconds cooldown. They are TPing to defend on top. Can Huskar get that Vengeful Spirit? I think he should hit 3 shots first. Going for the Aegis of Immortal. Roshan beating the shit out of him. And they jump onto the Huskar, taking the avalanche toss but surviving all that damage. Evading that Gyrocopter ultimate completely. The swap also coming in by Vengeful Spirit. Silence being used. Are they going to go on to that Vengeful Spirit? But the stun is there. Huskar fighting everywhere onto that Tiny. Tiny is going to take a fall pretty soon. That power shot by Parasite, securing that kill. The Vengeful Spirit is able to complete the medallion. The Silencer was able to land his ultimate before he did die, but to no avail. Let's see the Templar Assassin. She is pretty close to her Desolator. Once she has the Desolator, it's going to be difficult for the Huskar as well. And once Gyrocopter starts getting that damage, because he can't go close to him because of the rocket barrage, and from far he's anyways going to do so much damage with that Fleck Cannon.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Mirana should really be careful. They wanted to make a move onto her. She's opting for the Lincoln Sphere.
Radiant are scared.
Right now, Reckoning Esports really need to start sticking together and making some plays, get that smoke, because they are right now moving like headless chickens around. No objectives being cleared, not taking fights together. On the other hand, LXG after every 3 minutes are trying to secure some objectives by taking towers. Tiny does the toss, gets the kill. Gyrocopter uses his ultimate. Now they're making trades. They do get a kill on the Crystal Maiden, but Ursa Warrior goes in. Does not have the BKB though. Without the BKB, it's really difficult. The ultimate by the Huskar. So much happening, so much chaos. Buyback coming in by the Vengeful Spirit.
I can't believe what we're seeing! What just happened?
game being unpaused. They force the buyback, they should just fall back. Because the silencer is there as well. Silencer does have an ultimate. They are low on health. I don't think it's the right time to take this fight though. They've gone onto the Tiny going to take a fall, but Templar Assassin one-shots that Huskar. Now that's the problem over there. They can kill the Ursa as well. They really needed to fall back. They really didn't need to take this fight. I don't know why they went back in. Like I said, not required much. The silence being used and the Crystal Maiden is going to take a fall. Double kill for the silencer. Unnecessary fights by Team LXG. They just needed to back out once that buyback came in. They still don't have BKBs yet on the Ursa. Without the BKBs, they can't take those fights. Team LXG really needs to start concentrating on getting those BKBs quickly, especially on Ursa Warrior. Because now the Templar Assassin has the death, so she can take down the Huskar and Ursa Warrior pretty easily. No, Mohammed Khan, this is happening at Blitz Zone Cafe. So if you are somewhere around Blitz Zone, you can go and watch the game live. But this is the second game. Hopefully we go into a third game. This is the grand finals of the ILG Cup Season 2 Dota 2 Minor. Title sponsors LXG powered by Logitech G. Associate sponsors LG and Nvidia. Online media partners Sportskeeda. Shout out to everyone who's watching the stream, taking your time off, on and off to watch some brilliant Dota. 75,000 cash prize for this tournament, 50,000 for first, 25,000 for second place.
Боже, как это больно!
Don't go away, stay tuned, we shall be back with a short commercial. And we're back, boys, waiting for the game to unpause. Having some problems with the mouse. PC restarted, unfortunately. It's gonna take a little more time. Do not go away anywhere, guys. Let's quickly see how the ILG Cup is formatted. And we're back into the game. Finally reconnects. $4K network lead for LXG. They've taken the tier 1 top, mid and bottom. Oh my god, again the pause. No one has won yet, Ashish. This is the second game. Team LXG is leading 1-0 in the best of 3 grand finals. Very unfortunate pauses and disconnects, lag, internet problems, PC problems, bane of Indian gaming. Templar Assassin finally reconnected back to this game, and we should be able to go live pretty soon.
Shadows take us.
LXG Shady. He does spot the silence over there. Tries to go for the slow and the frostbite. Frostbite is coming, and that should be a kill easily onto the silencer. Kaneki really didn't have to use that ultimate over there, but they get that kill in on the silencer nevertheless. Mirana going for that Manta instead. I thought first she would go for the Lincoln Sphere, but Let's check Mino. Mino is going for the Basher. I thought he would really go for the BKB instead, but he's gone for the Basher instead. He does require some sustainability against all those stuns and the people that are kiting around him though. The Avalanche toss onto the Huskar. Huskar being sent back. Stun as well. The Gyrocopter uses the ultimate, but the BKB being used. That should be an easy kill on the Silencer. The Silencer cannot do anything. He just accepts his death. Ursa Warrior waiting to make this jump. Stun comes in. Ursa Warrior straight goes on to the Vengeful Spirit. The swap is there as well. Tiny gets rooted. Tiny in a very bad position, taking so much damage. Parasite was there with the shackle. That's 3-man down for the team of Reckoning Esports. They get the tier 2 tower as well. They would want to go for Roshan, but Roshan is still not back in another 1 minute. Ursa Warrior finishing his Basher. On the other hand, Mirana finishing her Manta finally. Gets her first item on the board. 21 minutes in this game. Templar Assassin. Quite a silent spectator in this game. There is a DD rune spawn on the top. Templar Assassin is actually quite deep and really needs to be careful. Might be in a real world of pain. She might not be able to close the kill on the Wind Ranger though. You know the Ursa Warrior is there. Blinks and just TPs out. Does not want to fall into trouble. Let's see what the Huskar is going for. He's going for the Hill's Halberd. And now their objective is tier 2 at mid. Going objective by objective every 3 minutes. Like I said, Huskar going to start hitting this tower. Does a lot of damage to towers because of this spell.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They are trading the top tier 1 tower instead. Not going for the tier 3. Should be an easy tier 1 tower for the Templar Assassin. She is going to quickly fall back before she gets caught out, but this can really be big trouble if they catch the Silencer. But the Silencer is going to make it out pretty much. Ursa Warrior could be in trouble over here. He sees that there's a Psionic Trap placed over there, so he knows that there's a Templar Assassin. The Gyrocopter is missing over there. Stun also coming in. And this is where I said Mino really requires BKB, but Mino is going to take a fall over here. Mino, my friend, you do require a BKB. Without a BKB, it's going to be very difficult for you to take that fight. Team Reckoning pretty much on the back foot over here. 8k net advantage for LXG. The Tiny has to come up with some saving plays for his team if he needs to carry them to a game number 3. Parasite unfortunately not able to get that shackle onto Vengeful Spirit. Shady is going to TP out, go bot, maybe try and see if he can push out bot. They need to de-ward a few of these wards over here so that they get advantage of their jungle. The Dragon Lance being picked up by the Templar Assassin. 25 minutes in this game. Just clearing the creep wave. Fuzzy Wuzzy, the Ursa warrior. Huskar has completed Heaven's Halberd. He's really in a beautiful position. 5-second arrow by Nino. This should be an easy ace, though the Radiant team realize this. They are on the front line wanting to go on to this tiny over here. This could be a very crucial fight over here because they can go high ground. What is Team Reckoning going to do? The network, the EXP graph is not that much. EXP pretty close. They are just hardly a 2k EXP lead. The problem I see over here is the Templar Assassin hasn't made herself that useful in this game. She's trying her best, but they are keeping her at bay. Because of that, it reflects on her items as well. She's completed a Dragon Lance and she's going for the upgrade. But as a mid Templar Assassin, that's not what we would want. You would want some more core items like BKB, maybe a Bloodthorn. Stun coming in on the Vengeful Spirit, Silent Trap being used as well. The secondary stun gets used. Ursa Warrior already in. Silencer does not use her ultimate. Gyrocopter uses the ultimate here. Now the BKB being used by Huskar. Huskar's Aegis gets dropped off the Blade Mail on the time. Huskar quickly falling back, but the Ursa Warrior with that stun almost got the kill. Swap also being used and the Vengeful Spirit takes a fall. So Vengeful is down for 50 seconds. They are still going to breach high ground, but they have lost the Aegis of Immortal as well.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Huskar leading the charge, the Avalanche toss on the Huskar back. Silence also being used, the cheese by Huskar. Huskar, is he going to survive this or is he going to do some damage? Looks like he might take a fall here because there's so much damage coming from the rocket barrage. Beautiful shackle, but finally the Huskar gets taken down. They were not able to breach high ground as well. Mino still 1k away from his BKB. The Templar Assassin has suddenly fought on EXP. He's sitting at level 20, trying to make chase on that Mirana.
Invisibility.
The Templar Assassin hunting people has the Hurricane Pike ready. Having some pings, there's lots of vision on the Wind Ranger. That was an easy pick off on Parasite. Parasite not expecting him to be there in the Invis. And uses his ulti to gain. Only an 8k advantage. Still not much.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Sweet. Where's my pension?
The Tiny finally going for that silver edge. Needs the Shadow Blade first. Mirana uses the ultimate. They want to make a play onto that Silencer, but Silencer is going to survive this. I think he should TP. No, he goes back. He's going to get shackled like this. And this should be an easy kill onto the Silencer. Silencer down for 50 seconds. Now in that 50 seconds they need to go up quickly and start breaching high ground. Mirana also finishes the Hurricane Pike. Finally, the game being unpaused, we are back on track. Tiny gets his Shadow Blade. He's also going for the halberd. I really think he needs the silver edge as well to work on the Ursa Warrior. Ursa Warrior without the Fury Swipes is hard. It's actually nothing. Right now, Ursa Warrior is unable to even kill a Vengeful Spirit. He is making his way, but he's going to take a fall over here onto the Templar Assassin. He's forced to use his BKB, but the Silencer is there for backup. He should back off right now. Beautiful shackle. The ultimate being used by Silencer, and Tiny on the back lines gets the kill. Parasite is going to take a fall from the Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter on a mega kill, but Mirana is there to clear things up. Buyback coming in from Vengeful Spirit. The Huskar going for the Assault Cuirass. They do have the gem as well, so they will not be able to effectively use the Moonlight Shadow because the Gyrocopter does have the gem. Templar Assassin going for her BKB. Now it really boils down to how fast is Mirana farms, because if Mirana is able to farm pretty soon, he can actually make quite a difference in these ganks.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Let's check the talent tree Mirana is moving into. It's taking the 100 leap attack speed, 15 damage. They do smoke up, and now they want to make some plays to close this game quickly. Roshan should be back pretty soon in another 30 seconds. Parasite scouting the place. They do know that they are hunting for them. Mino sees that Shadow Blade being used quickly. The Tiny knows that they are in Vanish over here. Beautiful ultimate by Gyrocopter, but the BKB is being used. Mirana should quickly leap over here. Mirana is going to be in real trouble. Mirana taking so much damage. BKB being used by Templar Assassin. Gets the kill on Mirana. We are now going on to the Ursa Warrior. Ursa Warrior also might take a fall unless Huskar comes and does something over here. Huskar doing so much damage. Gets a triple kill. 4 people down for the team of LXG. Now it's all up to this Huskar. He's not able to close the kill on the Silencer. Finally, he does spot the Silencer over here, but Silencer goes on lower ground. Huskar with the ultimate gets that kill. It's a triple kill. 4 for 4. Vengeful Spirit, the only person alive, does not have his ultimate though. His ultimate is back now. He can jump on the Vengeful Spirit, but Vengeful Spirit will have a stun. He should now just quickly go, maybe heal up, then try and get Roshan. After Roshan, they can try and push high ground, but right now it's so difficult for them to push high ground even because of the gyrocopter. Ursa Warrior pre-using his BKB pretty quick. Needs to be careful how he uses his BKB and when. Mirana going for that MKB. Things happening. Huskar gets spotted out. They have a gem. Yes, the gem is on the Vengeful Spirit, and the gem might take a fall. The BKB being used. Gem should be down over here. Buyback coming in from silence and knowing how important that Roshan is. They get the Roshan. Vengeful Spirit steals the Aegis. That was such a beautiful swap into the steal. Some beautiful plays coming in. She is going to fall, however.
Pathetic well.
So we're going for the action sector, but Huskar doesn't care. He's going for that mid tower. Again, there is it is Reckoning Esports. Now they are reaching high ground. They're going for the racks. Mirana, Tiny going on to the Huskar. Huskar uses BKB. Went ham on to the Tiny. Tiny takes a fall. Tiny is there with the buyback. BKB is being used everywhere. Huskar is going to take a fall pretty soon, but he has the cheese over there. Uses the cheese, makes a jump, and that should be a dead Templar Assassin. Templar Assassin has a buyback as well. She comes back into this fight. Vengeful Spirit still alive. The swap coming in by the Vengeful Spirit onto the Huskar with the stun. Templar Assassin doing so much damage on the Huskar, but Huskar surviving because of that armor on with the assault. They do get the tier 3 tower, but they do not get racks. Crystal Maiden just bails out on them and falls back quickly. Rana has a completed MKB. She requires the BKB. That Maelstrom also actually would have been a really good item on the Mirana. Gives her even more attack speed.
Bottom shrine is under attack. Radiant's bottom shrine has fallen.
There is a Tiny nearby. Tiny in the Shadow Blade knows that Parasite is somewhere close. He can try and get the kill on Parasite. The Avalanche toss, 1090 health she has. Ava, 425 toss, 300, 700. Not bad. Won't get her killed almost, but he can definitely hit 2 shots after that on her. Unless she lands the wind run. Admin Scepter being purchased by the Ursa Warrior, another good buy. 15k net worth lead for Team LXG.
Every coin helps.
Huskar looks like he's going for the heart. Mirana gets the double damage, is making her way towards the BKB.
Dire structures are fortified.
Look at the amount of HP. It's actually gone for the Satanic, not the heart. That's what I was wondering, what would he do with the heart? The Satanic would Huskar goes in, gets the kill on the Vengeful Spirit and the Templar Assassin. 2 people down. Templar Assassin down for 116 seconds. Vengeful Spirit buys back into this game. They do get racks and they're going to fall. The swap is there onto the Ursa Warrior. Ursa Warrior is going to take a fall. Crystal Maiden using the Plasma Field gets a kill on the Vengeful Spirit and the Silencer. 3 people down in total. Only 2 people left are the Gyrocopter and the Tiny. Now they're making their way towards the bot tier 3 tower. Should get the tier 3 tower easily.
Radiant's bottom tower is falling. Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They get 2 lanes of racks over here. Avalanche toss on the Tiny. They don't have vision onto him much though. So much damage being dealt on that Gyrocopter, but he is going to survive somehow. 101 seconds down, Tiny. This should be pretty much GG. Huskar going wham onto that tower. Does not care much.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Should be easily the BKB tower. Should use off his BKB.
Radiant's top barracks.
That's 3 sides mega for Team LXG. This is game number 2. If they win this, they will be the champions of the ILG Cup season. Dota 2 minor at this zone. Buyback coming in for Gyrocopter. Has the butterfly and the BKB. But Huskar directly jumps onto the Silencer. 29k net worth lead for Team LXG. I don't know how Reckoning Esports is going to make a comeback into this game. Look at the attack speed by Crystal Maiden. 250 attack speed. Imagine having a Divine Rapier with that attack speed. You can literally transform into a carry.
Salamene smiles upon me.
The Dire team so tanky right now. Mirana goes with that MKB and the BKB being used. He's just going to quickly fall back, but he gets swapped into the tower. Big mistake coming in by Mirana. But 2 people down. That's the Crystal Maiden and Mirana. Gyrocopter with the ultimate, but the BKB being used. Templar Assassin taking so much damage from that burning arrows. Vengeful Spirit. Okay, Kaneki, Satanic. But he gets stunned over here. So that's Kaneki down for 98 seconds as well. Also, can he get the kill? He gets 1 kill. Can he get another? He was very close at getting the other, but Parasite is there with the trade. Parasite the only person left. He is going to fall though. Gyrocopter clearing all those creeps with the flake cannon. 2,300 HP on the tower. Directly Esports not giving up. They've come from so far. Will not give up. Their backs are against the wall. 3 sides mega.
Gold and sweet.
Only 2,500 HP on their fountain.
Regeneration.
Shadows take us. This'll come in handy.
Mino wanted to go for the Abyssal Blade. Gyrocopter finishes his Satanic as well. Not gonna have any money for buyback. No one has any money for buyback. It's going to be a dead crystal main. They are fighting. I'm down. This is going to be the death of Tiny pretty soon. Oh, he does survive because of that halberd. That's so unfortunate. Tiny, why are you going back? Tiny, why are you going back? He has a face boots. You're playing around with his feelings.
Radiant's Ancient is under attack.
And that is GG, well played. LXG Sports are your champions of the ILG Cup Season 2 Dota 2 Minor happening at Blitz Zone. Thank you so much for tuning in. We shall be back with some CSGO action with the fresh stream up. Don't go away, we'll be back in an hour. Thank you.
Like a broken soul in a wonderland without angels. That is how I feel when the mirror shows me a stranger.
they're just fragments of a world where your absence all I get to see. Take me back to the planet where you and I are still meant to be. 'Cause I'm incomplete when you ain't by my side, when you don't wake up next to me. Yeah, I'm incomplete. I need you here tonight to cover up these empty sheets.